Hi, I'm Susie Henderson, and this is Susie's Bead Tube, the ultimate beading experience. This is Sugar, my little doggie, and today we've let our employees bring their puppies to work, and so you may see a dog or two running through here. But this is Sugar, and she's a sweet pea, and we love her. So we'll just put her down, let her go on her way for now. Well, I'm sorry we missed you last week, and I will tell you we ended up having to go out of town, and so we missed last week. We'll try very hard not to do that again. I didn't mean to make any of you mad. Today, I am with my good friend and wonderful co-worker and brilliant designer that most of you probably know through Carla Cam, and that is Carla Schaefer. Carla, thank you for agreeing to do this.
You're welcome.
You know, I was thinking, I try to remember exactly when people come to work for us, but it seems like you've always been here. Do you know?
5 years.
5 years exactly?
5 years this month.
Oh, well, happy anniversary. Will you go ahead and share with our viewers some of your background, maybe about your college, where you went to college, what you did after that, that kind of thing?
All right. I've been beading since I was about 4 or 5 years old. My grandmother taught me how to bead. And I graduated from the University of North Texas with my bachelor's degree in business administration, yet I specialized in fashion marketing, and which was supposed to make me more marketable. So, well, there we go.
You actually went to the clothing industry, is that right?
Mm-hmm. I did. I worked in the apparel industry for about 5 or 6 years, and due to overseas production, I lost my job, and that is how I landed at Auntie's Bead.
Well, cool. Then that answers the next question. What brought you here?
I was laid off for 2 months.
Yeah. And I remember the day that you came in for your interview, we were in the other building, and we liked you right off the bat. I assume that you enjoy your job here at Auntie's Beads, but I know that not everything is perfect. What are your challenges here?
Materials sometimes are a challenge. Given a challenge to work with a certain item that, you know, maybe I particularly don't like to work with, but can meet the challenge and create something that's, you know, outstanding. Sometimes that's a challenge. Being creative on task all the time sometimes is a challenge, because sometimes you just get tapped out and you don't really have any ideas or any more ideas. Especially with Carla Cam once a week, that's why I ask people to tell me what they want to see, so if there's something I can learn or something that's different that I haven't thought of that I can do, because, you know, I think I've done everything. And then, you know, obviously I haven't, but I don't know what I haven't done and what I need to do. So those are some challenges.
Well, you and I have talked about this before, because everybody gets inspiration from different places. Do you have a certain place where you can almost always get some idea or some inspiration?
Generally, I get inspiration from nature, maybe from something someone has told me or something I've seen in a magazine. I did get a color inspiration over the weekend from the full moon that we had over Lake Texoma, and so I was going to incorporate that into a piece that I was trying to work on for Carla Cam, those colors that I got from the reflection of the water, the moon on the water.
Very cool.
You know, so I do get a lot of inspiration for maybe just color, maybe not design, but color.
Yes.
From nature.
Yes, you are very good with color, by the way. Do you have a favorite technique or a favorite product?
I don't know. I was trying to define favorites since you did your birthday favorites, and Shauna's going to be doing birthday favorites, and I'm like, what are my favorites? I'm kind of a little bit out there. I mean, I like a little bit of everything.
Right.
So, I mean, I can be, you know, really colorful and obnoxious, and then do something really subdue or big, and something that's really dainty. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of I have a full genre of things that I like, and it's kind of hard for me to pinpoint my favorite things.
You're really good at the wire working, though, and you enjoy that.
Yeah, I
right?
do like doing wire wrapping. I haven't done too much of it in a while, but I mean, I do like to wire wrap stones and things like that, and I still have a lot to learn toward that I just don't know all the techniques on yet.
Because we've talked about cabochons and things like that.
Which is something I'd like to learn.
Right, right. Well, I think I've seen you do some before, but I guess different cabochons with the different shapes, or some are easier to wire wrap, some are just like, what do you do with this? I know that everybody has watched your Carla Cam. What does Carla Cam mean to you?
At first I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. Nobody wants to watch me do anything. But I think what I really get out of Carla Cam is the response I get from other people, and that I've actually showed somebody that might not have done the design that I'm doing something, and I get a lot of feedback and a lot of email from customers saying, oh, that is so awesome, thank you for showing that to me. And that really does a lot for me to be able to do all those things, and because it gets kind of nerve-wracking after a while. I had to psych myself up for it, you know, and do them. And so when I hear that I'm actually teaching somebody something, or they're getting something out of it, then that means a lot to me.
I've seen a lot of your emails, and it may sound a little bit corny, but some people have said that you have actually changed their lives, you know, by getting them back into beading or helping them get better.
Right.
I just recall one woman who had been in an accident, and she really felt like you were her partner, and I just thought that was really cool.
It's neat.
Do you have an experience here at Auntie's Beads that really stands out in your mind that you could share with us?
One that I could share.
Yeah.
Well, there was our beading cruise, our very first beading cruise, and what an experience that was. And though I've expressed this many times to people who have emailed me on my Carla Cams, I'm not a public speaker. I don't like to speak in front of people. That is not my thing. And I'll never forget that two of our ladies that were instructing our pearl knotting class, and at that time I didn't know how to pearl knot, but they got up there and they absolutely freaked because they couldn't do the intro because they didn't want to speak in front of all these people. And of course I hadn't done one intro yet, and I was like, oh gosh, you know, I'm the designer, I have to take on this. And so I went up there and told them who I was, that this was the pearl knotting class, that I don't pearl knot, but these two ladies were going to be able to pearl knot, and announced this, and while all these people are looking at me like, oh, okay. You know? And then they led the class quite successfully afterwards.
I remember that very well.
I remember being kind of in a panic going, what do you mean you can't do this?
They
Because I can't pearl knot. Yeah.
They got stage fright is what happened.
And I was like really worried when you got 30, 40 people staring at you.
I know, and
like,
Carla was a real trooper. We had over 260 people on that first cruise, and it was quite a challenge, but it was one of the most fun things we've ever done. I hope we get to do that again sometime soon. Carla, do you have any advice for our beaders, maybe about inspiration or about learning new techniques? That's my dog, Sugar, scratching at the door, ready to come in. Anything that you might want to say to our viewers to give them that little to get over a hump that they might be? I mean, I would think, looking at what you do, that this is a cool job, you know, for a beader.
It is an awesome job. It does. I mean, it's nice to be able to come to work and play. That's what I used to like to say. I mean, and I still like to say that because I do come to work and I do play, and so that is something that's nice. But to take on challenges, to make yourself do things differently or in a better way, or, you know, I'm not so symmetrical. I like to do things that are a little off. So challenge yourself in learning something new, or working with only materials that are on your bead board, or, you know, give yourself these little challenges so it makes it more interesting for you to, you know, meet that next step, or make that new design, or just, you know, do things different that are out of the norm. You know, mix colors that you might not normally mix, or, you know, just challenge yourself to make things just a little different or a little more fun.
I think that's a great piece of advice. I'm going to take this hat off and be Barbara Walters for a moment.
Oh no.
Okay, Carla, if you could be any bead, what bead would you be and why?
Well, I would say turquoise. And yeah, and I say turquoise and because y'all all know I like the power meaning of stones and things like that. And turquoise is a strengthening stone. And so I think that would be something that I would like to be.
I think that's a good analogy. Now, see, I thought she was going to say lamp work, because lamp work is just like, you know, free and eager and just kind of crazy. But I will say lamp work for me. I'll be a lamp work bead. Listen, please stay tuned. For next week, we're going to talk about thinking outside the box and where you can get ideas about where else you can sell your product. I'm excited about talking to you about that. Then hopefully the week after, we'll grab Shauna and get her in here and see what she has to say about everything. God bless you guys. We look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.